Okay, good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for being here today. This is the critical incident debriefing session. My name is Felicia, and I am actually from the company's internal critical incident debriefing team. This debriefing is happening after 24 hours of the critical incident that occurred yesterday. I'm just going to do an introduction and just to tell you what my role is, and then I'll be able to ask you some questions. So this is the critical incident debriefing. My role today is a facilitator. I'm here to listen to you both. I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not here to blame you in any way. This is a safe place for you both to be, and you will both get to guide and direct this session, not me. I'm just here to listen, as I said. If you need a break or you need to leave the room for a time, please just let me know. And I just want you to know also that everything that is said in this meeting today is kept confidential unless there is a risk of harm to yourself in any way. So then I'd have a duty of care to you and I'd have to break that confidentiality just to keep you safe. So do you understand that?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, no worries. I'll just mention too, this is not a counselling session and I'm not a counsellor. And you are free to say as much or as little as you like to me today. And this is to help you to de-stress from what happened yesterday. If you need some time to get your thoughts in order, please just raise your hand and I'll wait for as long as you need. I will be taking notes today, just, for my own records about what is said and just to sort of get you some supports that you need. So I'd like to start with you both. If you could just do an introduction, what your names are and your role, your title. If someone would like to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. So my name's Renee. I'm a support worker and I've worked here for approximately 5 years now.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name's Natasha, but you can call me Tash.
Yeah.
And I've been here for about 2 years and I'm a support worker as well.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. So I've got a few questions, but it's really more about you guiding this meeting. But I'll just start with, if you can just, I'll go to you if I can first, Tash. If you could just give me a brief overview of what happened in that situation from your viewpoint yesterday.
Well, a few of us were discussing with a client, John, about the custody arrangements that he has with his 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
He's not very happy with the situation. And although we were trying to de-escalate the situation, he decided it would be an awesome idea to pretty much pick me up and throw me up against the wall. He held me by my throat, and Renee and a couple of others that weren't actually in the room came in and rescued me by wrestling him off me. It was probably one of the worst things I've ever had to go through, actually. I was absolutely out of my mind, scared with this 6-foot man throwing me up against a wall. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened until Renee and a couple of others actually dragged him off myself.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that, Tash.
Thank you.
Renee, would you be able to sort of give me a brief overview of what happened from your viewpoint yesterday?
I was entering into John's room. I knew that there was a conversation happening between some staff members and John. And on entering the room, just seemed to be like loud chaos. And When I entered the room, John had lunged at Tash and he had her pinned up against the wall. So I had to run over and physically restrain him, and grab him and force him onto the ground and just restrain him until the police came. So yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it certainly sounds very challenging, and I really appreciate you sharing that viewpoint with me. So thank you for that. So Tash, can you tell me, and I'll be asking you this too, Renee, so you might be able to have a bit of a, think about it while Tash is answering. What was your first thought or your most prominent thought once you realised that you were thinking? And what I mean by that is, when we're in a critical incident, we have a flight or fight response. So our mind and our bodies just take over. We either want to stay and fight or run away. So once you sort of came out of that flight or fight response, what were some of the things that you were thinking prominently? Or can you sort of explain a little bit about what you were thinking at the time after that?
I think the first thing I was thinking was, I'm still alive.
Okay.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
And the next thing I thought was, I want to kill him.
Okay. Yeah.
He had no right to put his hands on me or anybody. And he didn't even really have a reason to. His situation is totally out of our control with his children, and he reacted in a way that put a few people at risk. So that's pretty much the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, okay, thanks for that. And Renee, what was your most prominent thought once you sort of, I suppose once the police got there and you sort of had time to sort of step back and reflect on that?
Well, I honestly was just shocked. I was really shocked that it happened. I was upset and obviously worried about Tash, but I was also upset that I had to act towards someone in a way that I've never had to before. I'm not a physical person, and it was just so, it's just not me. So you have to do that. I was really angry with John because I shouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that. I'll do a couple more. Okay, Tash, are you able to describe sort of what happened in your own words? You've probably touched on that, like, and how you're feeling about it. Like, how's it made you feel now that you've had sort of like the 24 hours to sort of, for it to sink in a little bit?
Really angry.
Okay.
Really angry that he put me in danger, and he also, Renee's a lovely person, but she's certainly no boxer. And for her to have to wrestle this man to the ground, it was just something that was totally unnecessary. So I'm really, really angry at John, at this client, for putting us both in a really traumatic situation.
Yeah. Okay. And Renee, have you got some sort of feelings about that now that sort of 24 hours has passed and you've had sort of a bit of an opportunity to reflect on your feelings with that?
Look, I just still feel pretty shocked. But I do just kind of wonder if there's something else I could have done instead of physically handling him. I'm really upset that I had to do that. I keep thinking, like, what could I have done different? Could I have walked in there and said something to calm him down? I'm just upset that I had to do that. I had to protect Tash though. So
So are you saying to me that you're feeling disappointed with yourself, or are you more disappointed with the client? Or
I think a bit of both. I think I'm a bit disappointed in myself for having to physically get involved. It's not who I am. I just didn't want to do that. That would be my last resort. And then I'm disappointed in him as well. I don't know what set him off, and for him to treat you know, one of my colleagues like that. It's just disgusting. So
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that. Tash, are you able to tell me what was the very worst thing about this event for you personally?
Thinking I could die by the hands of this man.
Okay. Okay. Would you like a bit of a break or some time out to reconvene?
No, I'm okay. Thank you very much though.
Okay, no worries. Thanks for answering that. I can sense that it's been traumatic for you, so I really appreciate that you're sharing today and trusting me with that information. So thank you very much. Renee, what was the very worst thing about this event for you personally? If you could pinpoint anything, the worst thing.
Honestly, just seeing Tash in that position, just seeing her like that, and just you know, the way he was holding on to her throat and things, it was just I have no words to describe it. It was I just keep seeing it in my head.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you could be in a little bit of shock. Would you say that you are in a bit of shock?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for that. So Tash, can you tell me how this traumatic experience has sort of impacted you in regards to emotional or behavioural symptoms since the event, if any? So when I say that, I'm sort of talking about, has it affected you in a physical way, or, you know, has your behaviour changed, or, you know, is there something you're doing since yesterday that you may not have done prior to the incident?
The only thing I can really think of at the moment, apart from still being in shock, I think, is that I've got constant anxiety and constant butterflies. Also thinking what could have we done differently in there. Like I said, we did try and de-escalate it, but could I have done something else? So I suppose replaying it over and over again in my mind.
Okay.
Are probably the things that I've noticed over the last 24 hours.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And Renee, what about you? Have you had any sort of cognitive or physical sort of impact in the last 24 hours?
I just kind of feel just anxious. I just feel sick in my stomach, like I just have this knot in my stomach.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for that. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Okay, so I'm just thinking about you getting some help if you would like it. So are you both comfortable today to talk about referrals in this meeting, knowing that it will be all confidential? Are you happy to do that in this meeting today?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. So Tash, I'll start with you first. What sort of help do you feel you need, if any, just to help to assist you in your healing or wellness relating to this event today that happened yesterday?
I really believe I need to talk to someone about what's happened.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether that involves a counsellor or a shrink or something, but yeah,
Okay.
I do believe I need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
The only couple of other things that I can think of relate to the actual incident, and that is maybe some self-defense, learning how to de-escalate. As I said, I did try. Maybe I didn't try the right way, or so maybe that could help too in future.
Okay. Sure. Yep. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Unless there's anything else that you think that may assist.
Okay. No worries. All right, and I'll just go to Renee. What about you, Renee? What sort of help do you feel that you need relating to this event that could help you on your recovery to wellness?
I definitely think I need to speak to someone. I just can't get it out of my head. I really need to kind of get it out and discuss it more.
Yeah.
I remember back when they last did the training on how to handle the violent clients, and I missed this, and it was never followed up on. There was no other training for it, so I really think something there. Look, I'm stressed. I really feel like I need a break.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need some time off just to get my head straight.
Okay. So are you telling me there that Workplace did training and you missed it, and you asked for more training because you were absent on the day, and they did not contact you regarding that training? Is that correct? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it was never followed up on. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Okay, all right. So what I've got, Renee, I'll just start with you because that's just fresh in my mind. So I work for the company, and so I'm doing this incident debriefing. So what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to investigate your claim, and I'm going to speak to HR and management and find out what happened about your training and why that wasn't followed through, because there should be a process there for that, and they should not have omitted you for whatever reason they have. And so they probably really need to implement some safeguards there to make sure nobody else is overlooked, not just you. So I will instigate that and look into that, and I will guarantee you that you will get an answer out of that. Now I've also got, I do have a resources pack for you. And in that I have a company called Positive Wellbeing Psychology and Counselling. They're in Ballarat, so they're close to you. So I've got a business card in there for you. I've also got in this pack for you a critical incident training and workplace violence and aggression and de-escalation techniques. And there's an education pack in here. It's called Decision Making Under Pressure and Resilience Strengthening. Now, I'm going to give you that, but this is in conjunction with the workplace and management, who will be giving you formal training. I will see to that. It's probably, what do you think about having some time off with pay before you come back and do the training? Like, do you feel that you need to have a break straight away and sort of, like get your head in the right place?
Yeah, I do. I don't think I could really go into the training with what just happened. I definitely think some time off first.
Okay. Yep. No worries. I can organise that for you. Now, Tash, I'm just, I heard what you said before. So I've also got a business card for you about counselling. And I've also got, there's a company called Wise Self-Defence, and there's a little booklet here about self-defence lessons, and they actually do training. They're based in Geelong, but they travel and they do training, group training, and small groups in the workplace of how to defend yourself in a critical incident. So I think that would probably be very beneficial for you. So you happy to go? It will all be free. You won't have to pay for this. So it'll all be covered by the company.
That sounds great.
Yeah, and I've also got some, I've got a brochure here. There's another course as well. It's called De-escalating conflict techniques. And they actually give you the skills to be able to de-escalate a conflict before it gets out of hand. Not that it's never your fault, but they can give you some really good strategies to be able to do that. So would you like to take that offer up?
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so before we finish, now I'm available after the session as well. You'll be able to contact me, you know, most days. And you can follow up with me as long as you need, so that won't be a problem. Do either of you have any questions or need anything clarified before we sort of end the session? And I just want to let you know there are no silly questions, and if I can't find the answer, I will endeavour, like if I can't give it to you today, I'll endeavour to go and find it and come back to you with the answer. So do any of you have questions for me?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm fine.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so I'll just reinforce again that everything we've said in this meeting today is confidential, so it will not leave this group, and certainly won't, I'll keep it confidential. So I'd just like to thank you both for coming today, and I really appreciate that you've taken the time to come, and thank you also for trusting me to run this meeting today. And do you both feel that you've been able to sort of get some benefit out of today?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been nice to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, okay. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for coming today. And yes, please contact me if you need anything else.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.